Olga, and welcome to my kitchen. I was born and raised in Russia, where some of my earliest memories are of watching my mom and aunt cook wonderful homemade meals from the traditional recipes. And now I would like to pass along those traditions to you. So join me, and I'll show you how to make delicious, simple and healthy everyday meals with the Russian flair, using the ingredients that you probably already have in your home. Today we're going to prepare the oven roasted chicken with the mix of vegetables. Let's start cooking! Make sure that you get your chicken out of the refrigerator right before you start doing anything else. The chicken needs to come to the room temperature, so it's good if it just sits in the bag that you bought it in. Don't get it out of the bag for at least 30 minutes before you start handling it. For this dish, you're gonna have just a few of the ingredients. We will need 2 onions, some garlic, and apples. We're gonna need some olive oil, of course salt and pepper to taste, and the mix of vegetables is really what you have in your house. Today I'm going to make cauliflower, broccoli, red bell pepper with some garlic and some potatoes, whatever potatoes you may have. And you will need the twine, the butcher's twine, to tie your chicken. So you see how I'm cutting the onions here. Cut them about 3/4 inch thick, and 2 onions. It's good to use a dish that has high edges, and the higher they are, actually the better it is. You can put more vegetables in it and it'll keep the moisture of the chicken in. You want to put a little bit of olive oil on it, and make sure that you're using the olive oil which is light in tasting olive oil. Do not use extra virgin olive oil because it'll burn. Whenever you cook, whenever you apply heat to your oil, you want to use light in tasting olive oil, or sometimes it's called olive oil for baking and sauteing. Use your hands and make sure all the surface is covered. And the next thing you do, you put your onions that you just cut, onion rings, in the pan. This is good. This is what we did. The next thing, I'm going to put a little bit more olive oil over your onions. I'm going to drizzle around and use your hands to spread it over them. Put a little bit of salt on it. Just a little bit, not too much. Now I'm going to show you how you need to cut the garlic. The garlic is going to be used in the chicken as well as in the vegetables. So for the chicken you need to cut it 2 ways, because some of it you're going to insert under the skin of the chicken. And those pieces, if you see here, I'm cutting kind of thin and flat. Enough of this. So the other part of the garlic is going to go into the cavity, and there you want to have bigger pieces, but still you want them to be cut. You don't want too small of the pieces because it's going to be inside for a long time. You don't want it to burn, and also the bigger pieces really taste good. So this is going to go inside of the cavity, and the rest we're going to cut for the veggies. Again, veggies are also going to be inside for a long time together with your chicken, so you don't want to put small pieces in there. Now, those that are going to go into the vegetable, I'm going to put back in here. We're using the Granny Smith green apples. Those are the best when you stuff the chicken. Also, these apples do really well in the oven. They don't fall apart easily, so you'll still have good pieces of apple when you're done. So you see here I peeled my apples. Next thing we'll need to cut them to the certain size pieces that will go into the cavity. So I'm gonna get the core out and start cutting the pieces about this big. This is really to control the contamination with the chicken. You know, when you work with the raw chicken, there's always the chance that there's salmonella. So you want to avoid to contaminate all of your surfaces. So this is a good technique. Just get the aluminum foil and put it on your counter and put the chicken on the counter and put everything what you will be using to stuff the chicken on this foil as well. You put a little bit of a black pepper inside of the cavity, put a little bit of salt also inside of the cavity, and the next thing you want to place some garlic cloves inside. Remember, we cut the garlic different ways. We cut them in the just kind of bigger, thick pieces and the thinner pieces. So those will go under the skin. In the cavity, we're gonna put these guys. So this goes into the cavity, and don't be shy with garlic. Garlic is magic. That's what makes your chicken taste good. And just load it with these apples. Try not to leave any empty spaces there. The good thing about the apples is that as they cook, they'll wilter down and they'll reduce in volume. So also they will give their juice. The juice will come out, and this juice will be absorbed by your chicken. That will make the chicken taste really, really good. Now, don't forget about the neck. There's another cavity here, and you see there's a lot of space as well. I'm gonna put a few pieces of garlic inside. Okay, and I don't know how many it'll take. It may take 1 or 2 pieces of apple as well. Next thing, we need to put some of this garlic under the skin. And you can actually kind of with your fingers guide it as far as you can, really. You can go really far. And try and make sure it goes like flat, so it doesn't really sticks out because it'll burn. Sprinkle a little bit of olive oil all over your chicken. Spread it all over your chicken. I'm going to put a little bit of a pepper. I'm going to put some salt. Same thing to taste. And start tying it on here. Kind of get this cavity covered. Go over the legs, okay, and then you pull the legs up like this, and put it out there. Here we go. Just put it kind of in the center of your dish, and put your giblets under the chicken. Try to stick them under, because if they just be sitting out, they will burn. They're going to be in the oven for a very long time. So here we go. Everything will go into the oven together. That will save you time and also give you some time to prepare. For example, you're making it for the dinner party, small dinner party. Prepare yourself. I mean, jump in the shower, get dressed, put some makeup on while everything is cooking. You want to cut the potatoes and really all of your vegetables on the pieces that are small enough to cook through, but not too small to burn, because we're kind of breaking all of the rules of the cooking. Vegetables mixing have different cooking time. Those that cook longer, you want to cut on the smaller pieces, and those that cook shorter, maybe in a little bit bigger pieces. I cut my potato in half here. Then you want to place it on the cutting board like this and cut it this way. Okay, and this way. All right, cut it like this. And the pieces, your pieces are going to be about this thick. You want to go any smaller. So when you cook something for a long time in the oven or in the pot, you want to use the potatoes that have more starch and then cook better. So next thing, we're going to cut some of the cauliflower. So here are the pieces that I kind of make of this white cauliflower. Everything goes into the bowl. And some of the broccolis. Well, let's use maybe 2/3 of this. Save the rest for another day. One piece came off, which is right there. Broccoli, you might want to use little bigger pieces because it cooks faster than the white cauliflower. And it does take a little time for the chicken to roast. So I usually use this size of the pieces. Okay. Red bell pepper, I love red bell peppers. They're very nutritious and they add color and taste. You think that red, green, yellow doesn't matter. It actually does. Bell peppers have a little bit different taste. What you want to do, you want to cut it in half. Remove the inside and the seeds. Now they're clean, there's nothing inside. And again, the sizes should be a little bit, I'd say about this big. And I wouldn't even cut it in half. This is great. Kind of 6 strips of your bell pepper. So again, I'm gonna put it all here. Salt to taste, really. Also pepper. As you add your spices, you want to mix it. You want to make sure that all of your vegetables get a little bit of whatever spice you're putting on it. Okay? So don't forget that garlic that we cut. Big pieces of garlic. Cut in the beginning. All of it goes in. Then mixed in. I also like to put some caraway seeds. If you've never used caraway seeds, try it. You're gonna love it. They give some flavor that is not too strong, but really they're very aromatic. And the last thing you want to do here, in the bowl, make sure you do it in the bowl, you pour some olive oil, because you want to coat your vegetables just like you coated your chicken with some good amount of olive oil. I like to arrange them. If you can, hide the red bell peppers a little bit. Maybe try and stick them first. You don't want them to burn, so you don't want them to really stick out. So if they go kind of in the middle of the mix, it's better. And the same with your broccolis. So now the potatoes. And voila. And now it goes into the preheated 425 degrees oven. Depending on your oven, temperatures vary. Even though it says 425, it may not be. So it's not a bad idea to preheat the oven to 435 degrees before you put the chicken in. And then once you put it in the minute, reduce the temperature to about 425. This way, you're gonna shock the chicken first with the high temperature. And in case if your oven doesn't heat as high as it needs to as well, you'll take care of that problem. My chicken is in the oven. I reduced the temperature to 425. It'll cook for about hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes. When you cook a recipe like this, you can relax and get ready for your guests. Here we go. 180 in the breast. Get it out of the chicken. Okay, I want to show you how crispy the skin is. If you like crispy skin, it's really crispy. But you will see how tender and juicy. Look how juicy my chicken is inside. The juices are just oozing out of it. There you go. And your guests are gonna love you for this beautiful, beautiful chicken. I hope you like this recipe, and I hope you're gonna try it at home. The aroma that is going to fill your house when you cook it, it's gonna be amazing. And it tastes very delicious, it's very healthy. Thank you very, very much for watching, and please tune in for my next episode.